Big Ish. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
It is here.
I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but it's here. What you talking about today?
Do not sell list and Taco Bell do not speak English.
Damn, Taco Bell, I want some of them chicken nuggets you got. I
You think that's gonna be good?
don't know, I'm willing to try it though. Because KFC chicken nuggets was amazing to
But
me.
KFC is chicken.
I know, and Taco Bell is dog meat, so hey, what can I say?
What? Right? Yeah.
What can I say?
Whatever.
Y'all, we had a conversation with one of our homegirls. She about to get married, so y'all stay tuned because we're gonna tell y'all about the conversation. Then we could just gonna kind of go over some stuff that we told her she should be asking before she asks anybody to marry her. Welcome back to the Lit Conversation Podcast. We are your hosts, Twice and Big East.
Big East,
Big East. The biggest East.
not the
Thank
biggest.
y'all. The biggest. The biggest, the largest. Okay. Thank y'all for coming back and joining us one more time for another Lit Conversation. And like we said earlier, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yay!
Yeah, we don't have nothing to show for it, but you
Well,
just trust us.
I got a margarita.
Oh, you did? Yes, she was smarter than me. She got a margarita. And wait, if
Mm-hmm.
it count for nothing, I got a vodka shot.
What?
Hey,
It's something
it's a lit conversation.
all
Okay.
the time.
All right, y'all. What was I fixing to say? I don't know. Oh yeah. Give us your news, Big Ish. Give us your news.
All right. South Florida, Taco Bell refused customers who does not speak Spanish. All
Wait, what?
the yeah. So if you come to the drive-through or the inside and you talk in English, they will not serve you.
Imagine that being in reverse. How
Right.
much service do y'all think y'all? Nope. No.
And it looks like that majority of the employees are Mexican, right? So I guess the next day or whenever the news crew went there, they was
Mm.
talking English then, and they was like no comment.
Oh, you said no comment.
Uh,
All right. So in the damn, that's
yeah.
that's harsh. Now, nope, ain't nobody finna get me tied up. Mm-mm. Cause
Yeah.
y'all know now. See why y'all tripping like that? Y'all know this new administration ain't you. I mean, why y'all what y'all doing?
Jeez. Yeah.
And y'all better be glad the president don't like Taco Bell.
Yeah. Cause he like McDonald's, right?
He like McDonald's. Mhm. They speak English over there.
Yep, all day,
Okay,
every day.
well, more power to him.
So did you see Carnival Cruise? They had that big fight. A lot of people were
Mhm.
fighting on that cruise, but they
Yeah,
never said what it was about, and they pulled the police in. So all that whole incident is under investigation. So
should
all
be,
those people who was caught fighting is
should
on
be
the do not sell list.
good. Yeah, because like I would have hated to be on that cruise. I ain't gonna lie.
Right,
I
right.
would have hated to be on that cruise, man. That's tough.
But Carnival, they this is
They
so
got a
good
Yeah,
on
I
there.
hear stuff about Carnival. I ain't
It's
never been
just
on a cruise, and
crazy,
I don't really
man.
plan on going no time soon. But
Hmm.
I've heard things about Carnival. If I do go, Carnival won't be the way.
Yeah. Well, I would rather them fight than for this to happen. So on
Yeah.
the Royal Caribbean cruise,
Ooh.
I think about a week or two ago, a teen
Mm.
was molested, 14-year-old, by two illegal men,
Ooh.
right from Mexico.
On the cruise.
Um, they caught this boy in a sauna.
Oh, he was a boy?
Yeah, it was a boy, 14-year
It
old
was a,
boy.
he was a boy. It was a boy. What?
Yeah, so he was in the sauna apparently by himself, and that's when they molested him and beat him up. But
Beat
the
him up.
bad thing is that wasn't the worst thing. The worst thing is one of the guys, the one who raped him, gave this boy HIV. Yeah, the effect of that baby.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, man.
See, y'all stopping people from coming to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Y'all passing out them alphabets. Come on, man.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Okay.
So I hate that so
Yeah,
much.
that's sad. That's terrible. That's awful. That's awful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now I was gonna ask you earlier, since you in the DFW and you love to fly DFW, because when I lived in Dallas, I love uh Dallas
The
Love
other
Flips.
little airline? Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
So
little
what it
airline.
said is that they have a $4 billion plan to expand.
Again?
Yeah. And they said they already have 15 gates, right? It's gonna be 31.
That's
So
terrible.
it's gonna be
Because
even bigger.
right, it's gonna be even bigger because they say that as it stands now, it's
Mhm.
about the size of Manhattan, New York. As it stands now, as
I,
it
I
sits
can
now.
believe it, but I've never been. I think I knew it's just too big. I'm like, I don't want to deal with all that. So
I
now it's gonna be
think,
31 gates.
but
That's a lot.
but that's a lot, but it ain't really nothing that you gonna have to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I don't really know how Southwest work because I've never flown Southwest from here from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But like I mean, according to the gates are grouped by airlines.
Mm-hmm.
So if you flying American, you're gonna get your ride or whatever drop you off at the American gates. American is huge, so if you
Mm-hmm.
like that, so
Yeah.
it's just gonna be bigger, probably more. Cause the worst airport in the world to me is that
Everybody says
damn.
Atlanta.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Everybody says
Man,
Atlanta.
I walked through that mug like 3 times. I'm like, am I ever, Lord? What did I do? What I do wrong? Like, am I ever gonna get to where I'm going? It's Atlanta to me, but
Right, it's Atlanta.
yeah, there might be getting
But
ready to
they
copy that style.
they said like the first phase of it should be done 2027.
Okay.
So they're going to include premium spaces. Uh, they're going to increase lounges and all that other stuff. So
All right.
and dedicated parking. I don't know what that means because I thought all of the parking was dedicated.
But it might be dedicated to a certain something. I wonder, like, have you? Yeah, you have flown out of New Orleans. Do you pay for parking there? Have you
Yeah,
ever
you do
drove your
pay.
car there?
No,
Mhm.
I never do.
But you know that they pay when they park at the
Yeah,
airport.
yeah, you pay for parking.
Yeah, it's a lot though. It's
It
too much.
is,
Like it's too much.
and just recently they increased it.
I be parking at hotels and everything. I be parking at
Yeah, but that's
hotels for
why I'd
them.
rather just do like Uber or Lyft.
No, I ain't gonna even do that. I'm gonna park at the hotel for $5 a day
Mm-hmm.
and call it fair. Because like from where I live to DFW, every time it's gonna be $45. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So if I drive my
yeah,
car to the hotel and get the shuttle, catch the shuttle from the hotel to the if I go somewhere for the weekend, it ain't but $15 as opposed to 45 there and 45 back. That's 90 in Uber.
yeah. That is. That's a
Even
lot.
more parking directly at the airport. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Mm.
That is. You know when you told me about Florida, I didn't want to believe it, but once I start doing different news, I'm starting to believe you. Florida
Please.
one, Florida woman selling ribs for $35. Human ribs, that is.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On Facebook Marketplace. So her ribs her ribs
35.
is $35. Two human skull fragments is 90. Clavicle and spatula is 90.
Wait,
The
where's she
vertex
getting this stuff from?
vertebrae is 35. Partial
Damn.
human skull is 600. That's what she getting her money at right there. That's partial skull.
Mm-hmm.
But the cops got her ass.
Of course they got you and kill
Yeah.
somebody. I know somebody that'll
Hmm.
kill somebody. Fuck you get these. Where the fuck you get spare body parts from?
Right.
Man.
Yep. Like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
ready for this one? In
I
Florida.
get it. Of course.
Now this happened some years ago, but I found this so funny. Florida man arrested after trying to buy a BMW for $6,000 in food stamps. Yeah.
Sir.
So you know the people turned him away, right? So he said, "You can't keep me down." The next night he went and broke in and got the car with, like they said, 60 other keys to other cars. And I don't know how they caught him because he couldn't afford gas in the cars that he stole. So he was stranded.
See how crazy people is. See how crazy people is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like why you what okay.
But my question is, sir, where you get $60,000 worth of food stamps?
60 or 6?
60.
I might would
Six
make it.
zero.
I might would make that deal ain't lying. Get this car. I might would make that deal ain't lying.
Right, so but that's the real question.
He been saving them up since he been here.
I,
Since he been in the world. He been saving them up ever
I
since he
don't
been in
know,
the
but
world.
that's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now you know what else is weird to me?
Mm.
In Switzerland, they have suicide pods that are
Mm-hmm.
completely legal
Mm-hmm.
and ready for use. They say. So what it is that you get in, I guess you close it and you press a button, and then all of the pod gonna fill up with nitro, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that is slowly alleviate the oxygen in your body, and then I guess you just die.
Mm.
No one won't die like that.
Now I feel like I heard it a long time ago about them partners because that's a terrible death, ain't it?
I think it is. I think it
I need
is.
me one of them one and dones. I ain't gonna hold that. I need me a one and done.
Right, because you
Shit.
dying slowly.
You
So I
down a
mean,
slow
if your
death.
oxygen is leaving out your body slowly, I mean
Mm-hmm.
all your organs is shutting down slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all can come back
And
with
you're
that.
conscious.
Oh
You
yeah.
see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Damn. Okay. You really want to leave here.
Yeah, you won't go bye bye. You won't say night night.
Night night.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. I'll see you later. And that
Mhm.
concludes Big East News.
Thank you, Big East, for your news. Guess what we forgot? We forgot to take our toast.
Oh
We
yeah.
did.
Well, we could always take a
So
toast.
right now,
Ding, ding.
hold on. Mm. So y'all, we had a group. Me and Big East had a conversation with one of our homegirls.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she ready to get married or finna get married. Something. And friend don't be mad at because I said it like that. But I'm just saying. You know the conversation we had. So we're gonna talk about that conversation. But I got some I want to ask you. Have you? So you heard about the Caucasian lady who called, how was this kid? I don't know how the kid was, 6, 8, something. He was a baby. You heard about the
Mm-hmm.
Caucasian lady that called the little kid the N word,
Mm,
right?
no.
Because she said that the little kid took something out of her 18-month-old baby bag, right?
Okay.
So people overheard her
Mm-hmm.
calling this child that word, and she said she was she that's how he act. So it was a child. Now I don't know if I can't remember if he was 6 years old or 8 years old. He one of them, but
But
she
he's
said
still a
that's how he.
kid.
He's a kid. Yep. Yep. And so she started it wasn't the GoFundMe. What is it? It's the other one. The same thing that the Carmelo Anthony's family started for his fund. I can't the Go Sin. I can't
Mhm.
I don't remember the name of it, but it wasn't a it's not GoFundMe, it's nothing that they be around here using. So
But did she get any money out of it?
yeah, she got a shitload of money. It's called Give Send Go. That's
Okay.
what it's called. Give Send Go, right? So she says that now um her social security number been leaked. She said my child might not go back to school. My gym I exercise at got exposed. She got
Mm.
two small children who do not deserve this. We have been threatened to the extreme by people online. Anything will help. We cannot and will not live in fear. So at first she had raised about $200,000. And the
Mm.
goal was 500,000. Not quite sure why you need 500,000, but her goal was
Right.
500,000. The people was giving her so much money, she upped the goal to 1 million. And right now, I think it's the last time I checked it at $630,000.
Mm. That's a shame.
First of all, what's a shame is that people would donate to that.
Right.
That's a shame. I don't. That's what a shame is. Like if you
Yeah.
had such a huge problem with a 6 or 8 year old child, you say he or she took
You should
something.
talk to the parent.
You should have found the parent. Like, who do
Mhm.
you think you are? But what you are is lucky that it wasn't my child. That's
Right.
what you are. Because you would have been getting money because you can't work no more because I done whooped it real bad. That's what you would have been getting money for. You
Right.
would be unrecognizable. Like, what kind of you a coward anyway? That's what you do.
Mhm.
You from a 6 or 8 year old child and you a big grown ass woman with two kids. Like,
Right.
stop playing with me, man. These people they be doing too much.
They be doing too much. And
Mm-hmm.
but they only do what people allow them to do. Because I don't think why would you think
Yeah.
that would be okay to give her money after she done called that baby the N word?
Why would you ever donate to
Because
that?
she's
Why?
not the victim.
She's not a victim. You're a victim because you open your fucking mouth
Mm-hmm.
calling somebody something that you had a child, a baby at
Mm-hmm.
that you had no business doing. Now you talking about you cannot and you will not live in fear. You fucking will live in fear if them people don't give your ass shit
She
to
was
move.
my child. Right.
Yeah. You must don't know. The blacks, they shut it down. So you might want to think twice before doing this shit again.
Mm-hmm. Slap the shit out of her.
Yeah, she ain't got no be with no skin left on her face. I ain't lying, baby. Bad. That kind of made me mad there. I don't move on. Your girl Brittany Griner. She in a little
Mm.
trouble. She in a little
Was
trouble.
but then she said she was moving from the US because she don't like what's going on.
If she don't sit her fucking ass down somewhere, them people had your ass over there in Russia or wherever you was.
Yeah, I think it was Russia.
Yeah, yeah. Go sit down. You moving right where you at. Sit down. Sit down. But they looking into her. She in hot water because she been caught gambling on her own games.
Mm.
That's a huge offense. She will
Yeah.
get barred for life from any activities and all that shit. They said that we looking into whether or not she purposely fixed the scores. They said
Mm.
we might have a Pete Rose on our hand. I was reading comments. Somebody said she kind of look. If you squint your eyes, she kind of look like Pete Rose. I said he play too much,
No.
baby. They play too much. They play too much. And before we get into our main topic, let me ask you a question.
Mm.
If you meet somebody and they don't got no social media, would you? Do you have any thoughts about that?
I do have thoughts about that because I've met a person who don't have social media, and I think that shit weird as shit. And she don't do the social media. Like why? You
Mm,
know? But what was told to me like later is that
mhm,
she did have social media at one point
mhm.
and she got caught cheating. Well, yeah, she got caught cheating. So now it's like fuck social media. If I'm gonna do shit, nobody
So
ain't gonna
when she
know.
got on social media, she cheat.
I don't know. She must have put that. She must have put that shit on social media, and her person saw it. I'm assuming. I ain't ask no question because I don't care.
What?
We ain't together, you know. But yeah. But I've been asking her because I know I've been knowing her for a minute, right?
Hmm.
And I'm like, man, it's just crazy how you're not on social media. Like
Hmm.
that shit is just weird. And like she's younger than me, so
Hmm.
like you would think she would be, but she never told me why until like maybe a few years ago why.
Okay.
So did the person beat the shit out you so bad to where you like I'm gonna ban social media? I don't know. It's just weird.
Got your ass whooped or something. And so you got whooped, didn't it? Damn. Like
Right.
I don't know if I would I don't know if I met somebody. Um, I would say it's a red flag. I probably might say it's a red flag, but I probably would. I mean, I don't live and die by social media by no means, but I
Right.
do be on social media. I'm gonna be on there
Mm-hmm.
every single day. Actually, I just don't spend hours and hours and hours on it. So if I met somebody and they ain't do no type of social media,
Right.
it I hate to say this, but I might be looking like, girl, what you got going on? What you
Yeah.
hide? What you
Look,
trying to hide?
look, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, because you could be trying to hide a relationship, like you could be trying to
Mm-hmm.
hide a lot of things. But
Yeah.
eh, to each their own. They don't want social media. They say they don't want them. All right, so let's dive on in to the conversation. So we talked to her
Mm-hmm.
because she said she was getting ready to get married. She wanted to get married. She was gonna ask her uplet to marry her or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And the first thing about it is what? What's the first question when somebody come tell you?
Well, you know me. You know I
I
like
do
to
know you.
ask questions. You know.
You do.
So you want to get married? Okay, cool, cool. Well, my first question is, why do you want to get married, and why do you want to marry that person? Because
Two
those
fantastic
answers,
questions.
right? Those answers alone would tell you whether or not you should or shouldn't get married.
And her answer to one of the questions was, "Oh, I love." He go me,
Is that it?
my God. It take way more than love to be talking about being in a marriage. It
Right.
take way more than love to be in a marriage. So from that conversation, we figured we not recovered this one time, but we're gonna go a little deeper this time.
Mm,
All right,
mm,
we gonna talk about some things that people should talk about before they get married.
yeah.
Okay. All right, come on, you started off. What you got?
Uh, oh, there's so many things. So many things. So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Uh, premarital therapy.
Okay. So in premarital therapy, you wanna both of y'all should want it. That's what you saying.
Right.
Like, let me
Yeah.
see. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, like when y'all decide. Well, like for
Cause
me,
to be
it'll be
honest with you, I've known about it, but I didn't do it
okay.
before I got married. I wish
I
I would
did.
have, but I didn't.
I did
Um,
do it. My job
and
paid for it.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And and with that, not only premarital, but just therapy period throughout the relationship and the marriage. You
Yeah.
know, people always say when you do therapy, that means
Mm-hmm.
something is wrong, and that's not
No,
what
it
that
doesn't.
means.
That's not what it means. It can mean that, but in certain cases, that's not always what it means. That ain't
Right,
always what it means. Nah. Because you want to keep you want to keep your marriage like a well-oiled machine.
right,
Same way
right.
you got your car. Well, everybody don't take that car. So let me just keep saying a well-oiled machine. You want to keep it like a well-oiled machine. Like
Right.
you want to make sure that y'all on the same page about as much as possible. Y'all not gonna agree on everything. You're not supposed to,
Mm-mm. Yeah, well,
but
no, you're right. You're not supposed to.
you're not supposed to. But the important things you want to be on the same page
Yeah,
because that's a split waiting to happen right there.
yeah.
Because what if y'all get married and just say y'all got married in April. and y'all ain't been communicating like you supposed to. Just say y'all got married in April.
Mm.
In June, now y'all done settled in with each other. You want to go to church, but I'm going to the Catholic church.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she going to the Catholic church, and I'm looking at her like, Catholic girl, I ain't no Catholic. I'm a Baptist.
Right.
I mean, nah.
Exactly.
That's something that I should have knew at least the first month of talking to you when I knew I liked you.
Right.
Cause like when you just talking to somebody and when you head it that way, like you like them, the conversation start to change.
Yeah, it does. You start to input them in every aspect of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you
You,
need.
yep.
So this is my list. It should
Okay.
be finances slash debt, core values, religion, politics, children, parenting, communication styles, gender roles, and social life.
Okay. I can go with those. I don't have a list because I knew you was gonna have one. I don't have a list, and I
Well,
like.
thanks. Thanks.
I don't have a list. So I'm gonna start at the top. Okay, let's start at the top with your financial slash debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me, that would include discussing how we manage our finances, right? Like how we manage our
Spending habits.
yeah, budgeting, saving, things of that nature.
Are you gonna
I,
have
I
share accounts?
separate accounts, joint accounts,
Mm-hmm.
or do an account with for the bills, and you have your money, I have my money.
Right.
Whatever work for you, because no two people ain't necessarily the same. Just because what I
Mm-hmm.
do work for me, it might not work for you.
Yeah.
But also too, I do know I don't want no mother coming up in my life running through my money. Now I'm gonna tell you because I really don't have very much. I'm gonna tell you now.
Right, that's
I
what
do
I'm
a
saying. So
lot
you
of
gotta
stuff.
know what type of spending habits this person have.
hmm You definitely want to know. You definitely want to know that. Okay, what about okay? So even in the beginning, we still on finances. So
Mm.
you also got to discuss your debts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like credit card, student loan.
Hmm.
I'm just a piss poor paymaster. I
Yeah.
mean, you know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
all that
Like
gotta be talked about.
you driving this nice car here. Now you say your car note $1,000 a month. You say, listen, no,
No.
nigga, no, $1,000 a month. Well, I mean, if you make it, because you definitely on
Right.
your
Well,
own.
if you can pay it, then
You
yeah.
definitely on your own with that. Let me ask you a question. When you was in your marriage, right,
Mm.
and y'all had vehicles, because when I met you, you was a Don, right? So
Well,
um,
I was a who?
you was a Don. You walk, you had your chain on, you got the white
Okay.
sports car. I mean, you was a Don. I was like, what this motherfucker? You a drug dealer, ain't? Um,
Well, I've been told and asked that, so go ahead. Ain't nothing
yeah,
new.
yeah, you definitely been told it. Now you definitely been told it. So shit. So in your marriage, uh, vehicles. When it comes to just say vehicles, was
Okay.
that a shared expense or your expense, her expense?
No, we had we paid our own stuff. Like I
Mm-hmm.
paid my car note and she paid her car note. She paid her
Mm-hmm.
insurance, I paid my insurance. Now if it was a point to where either one couldn't be done, then one of
That's
us would
different
step
though.
up.
Yeah.
Right.
hmm Because I might have a different taste than her. Like she might like Toyota Corolla. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But I might like an Infinity or something. Or
right,
Defender.
yeah, yeah. So I like sports cars.
Okay.
And I don't think she really drove the Challenger, but she
hmm
drove the Charger.
Okay.
Yeah, but she don't like sports cars.
They different though.
Yeah,
Oh, you seen them new ones?
yeah, but they're not really sports cars no more. They EVs. But I need to check them out though. I need to go test drive one.
Baby. Last weekend I rode past the Dodge, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a
Uh
dealership.
uh
And they had a lot. full of them, and I don't know if they Chargers or Challengers. I don't know which one they are, and I only knew that's what they was by the front of them because the front of them didn't change very much, but the
Mm-hmm.
body and the back did. I said, I just kept looking. I had to pull up in there. I had
Oh,
to. I
yeah.
said, oh my god, man, you better be looking. I ain't in this sports car phase
And the
no
only
more.
thing, the reason why I'm so well, like I always say, with Dodge, especially with they muscle cars, they would
Mm-hmm.
change the outside a little bit, but they would never change the inside. So
Mm-hmm.
by them switching it to EV, they had to change the inside, and I really do like the inside of it.
I like the outside. Them mugs, and it was a whole row of black. No, black my thing. It was
Yeah,
a whole
right.
row of black ones. I was like, baby, they each one of them had different wheels on. Them mug was
Oh,
nice
for
though.
real?
Them mug was nice. I'm like, see, you better be looking. I ain't in this phase of my life no more. Cause I over here. I told Nick, I said, shit, I might want to do a
Mm,
repeat, boy.
right. A repeat.
Yeah, they nice. They nice. Okay, what was your second one? Your second one from.
Core values.
Okay.
Do they are they the same? Do they align? Or are they different? Is it important?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
that definitely needs to be discussed. Because if your well, a few of your core values is
See?
uh trust and integrity and
Mm-hmm.
honesty, but you got
Mm-hmm.
somebody who
You got
steals,
caught up
who
with a fucking
cheats,
logic.
and all
Mm-hmm.
that, it's a dunner.
Yeah, you gonna need to go see Jesus when he's all
Mm,
over. I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you. All right,
yeah.
what's your next one?
Religion slash, I guess, spiritual, because I'm not religious,
Okay.
but I am spiritual. Um, I don't know. I looked at different religions like
Mm-hmm.
Buddhist and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It piqued my interest,
Okay.
but overall, I know it's a higher being than me, and
Right,
I
right, right.
need you to be on the same accord because we can't do this shit by ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
So you
Uh,
wouldn't date an atheist, somebody
oh
who
no,
didn't believe
at
in God.
all, no,
Yeah, yeah,
not at all.
she gonna stop my blessings. Girl, get out here. She
Right?
gonna stop my blessings. So no.
Yeah, you gotta go.
This is crazy because yesterday Nika was just telling me about um somebody. I don't know if it was a client. I think it was a client. She said that the the client she was talking to some man and the man I know I'm finna fuck this whole story up. She she was talking to the man and the man said was telling her something about the man told her he wasn't religious but he was spiritual.
Okay.
Her homeboy told her, "Oh, I wouldn't trust him because that don't sound right." And I told when we was talking about it, I said, "Well, that describes me perfectly. I'm not
Right.
religious, but I'm spiritual. I believe in God. I know God. I pray to God,
Right.
but I don't, really frequent church like that, or
Right. Yeah, I don't
I ain't on
believe
the
in
motherboard or
organized
nothing.
religion.
I ain't on the motherboard or nothing. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So, yeah.
not at all.
So yeah, you do need to know how you practice religion. The holidays that go up that ramp
Oh
up your
yeah.
religion too. Because if
Hmm.
you what Muslim, you ain't gonna do Christmas and other. I don't really know a
Yeah,
whole lot, but
Jehovah don't do
Jehovah
any
don't.
holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Women can wear pants.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time we talked, you remember I told you that the girl killed her parents because they wished her a happy resurrection, and she said she don't
Hey girl,
believe in
because where
God.
you get that from? Because because your mom and daddy asked you.
Right.
So what you doing? Little old self. So also too, along with religion, you can be Catholic, I can be Baptist, and we talked about this, so I know what yours is, you know what mine is, but what we
Hmm.
gonna raise our children as.
Right.
It's huge. That's huge.
Now, let me, since you brought that up,
Mm-hmm.
although I don't have any kids,
Okay,
but
also.
if I
Mm-hmm.
did,
Mm-hmm.
what I believe, you know how parents get their kids baptized soon?
Yep.
I don't believe in that. I think
Yep.
they should be old enough to where they understand what's going on around them. I think they
Okay.
should be able to make their own decision. Because when you baptize them as a kid, they don't know what the hell going on. They don't know the effects of it or anything, the benefits.
That's
So,
true, but I ain't really seen nobody baptize no baby.
but no, but
I be
kids,
seeing
like
them getting
small
blessed
kids,
in the church. Yeah, I was 9 when I got baptized. So
yeah.
I was
So
9. So
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, that's true. You. Well, I mean, I would. I would hope my kid, whatever age, I wouldn't be pushing my kid. I know when I was young, when I was a kid, my granny every summer when revival come up. Yeah,
Mm,
revival. Ma'am, no, I'm playing in the dirt and stuff like that. I'm fine. And then one year I went and me and my best friend we got baptized at church, whatever. But I was 9. Like
mm.
I still went to that church until I left the city. But
Okay.
anyway, what's your next one? What's your next one?
Politics.
Oh, politics is a good one.
And
I have some
and
politics
that's
too.
definitely a good one because this last election said a lot. A lot of people have lost family members and friends over
Yes,
who
they
they
do.
choose to vote for.
Yes,
So
they
that
have.
definitely needs to be talked about.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with the politics shit.
But
Yeah.
on my end, I'm not really into politics, so
Me either. But I don't want to marry a somebody who's the opposite of me. I
right.
don't think I do.
No.
Because I know
Especially
it's gonna
somebody
come
who's
into
really
play.
into it.
I know it's gonna come. I know it's gonna come into play at some point in the marriage. I know
Yeah.
it. Like maybe not right now while we 21,
Right.
but the older you get, your interest peak other places. So hey,
Yeah.
now we 42, and I
Right.
care about being a Democrat or a Republican.
Do
Mhm.
you?
Well, no, but I mean it's possible. It is possible. It's possible. Mm. What's next?
Children and parenting.
Do you want kids? How many kids?
That definitely need to be talked. But you talking about marriage? That should be talked about if you're in a relationship. Period. Yeah. Do you want kids? How many kids do you want? What are your
Mm-hmm.
parenting styles? Do
And see, that's a question that I hear a lot, but I don't know that that's a question that can be answered by somebody who's not even a parent. Like if
true.
somebody asks me,
Well,
because
well,
I'm not a
but what can go into play is that how were you parented?
yeah,
Are
but you
you gonna
might not
parent?
parent, but you might not parent like your mom parent you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Are you gonna
Yeah,
parent like your parents? Are you
but
gonna take some from that how the way they parent you? Are you gonna disregard all of it and do your own?
I get it. I get it. I agree with you 100%. But if you are not a parent, you don't know what you're going to do.
True,
You know what
because
I'm saying? Like
I do
I
believe,
get it.
especially if you have more than one, you can't parent each child the same way. And I'm gonna stand that 10 toes down.
Okay.
Right,
All right. 10 toes. Okay.
10 toes.
You won't
Yeah.
take over that girl name. Um. Yeah. No. You right. You right. You right. The parenting stuff is You got. I had some. I had some.
Oh, will one parent be a stay at home parent? It don't necessarily have to be the mom. It could be the dad.
Yeah. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah. I was trying to. I had found some on that, but I can't find.
But
Um.
what is hard is that, say, like in the beginning, we talk about kids and we want kids, and then because people change, and then maybe later down, like 5 years later, one of the persons be like, "Well, I don't want kids anymore." So how do you
Yeah.
deal with that?
Shit. I bitch. No. I. I mean, that's why you got to talk about this stuff beforehand. But now some people be reneging.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I don't.
They do.
I know. I told my mama earlier, don't look over here for no grandbaby. It's just I don't care nothing about nothing. Like no, no, no. I'll probably get involved with somebody with some kids, but me
Mm.
personally, I always felt like I was a bit selfish, even though I'm not even a selfish person. I'm not. But when it comes to my time.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my selfishness may come in. It
Right.
I love because I love my a long time, and you got a kid. There's no such thing as a long time.
At all.
There's no such thing as that. So okay, what else you got?
Gender roles. Do you have them? Do
Okay.
you want them? How we going to navigate through household chores,
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
stuff like that?
And see, gender role is a good one, but I don't know if that'd be at the forefront of my conversation. Only because I, what does a man supposed to do today, and
Right.
what
That's
does
what
a
I
woman
said.
supposed to? Women do men things, and men do women
The
things.
woman
Like
thing.
you got some stay-at-home dads, and the
Yeah.
woman working. You got a lot of women who going to the gas station, pumping their gas, taking their gas
Mm-hmm.
out, changing their tires. Like, but it still is important, I guess, on the biggest side of the scale. I think,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it is. But I think whatever works for you and your household, that's all that
Mm-hmm.
matters.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, and
although most women do the cleaning and the cooking, but he might be best at it. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
And he
yeah.
might like doing it more than she does. So I
Mm-hmm.
say do whatever's best for your household.
You gotta do whatever make your household run smooth.
Cause
Like,
yeah,
stop
you don't
listening to
worry about the
society.
outside people.
Stop looking at society. Stop, stop, stop. All right. Well, I got one
Now,
for you.
now it's another one that came up, and they say personal history, and they talked about you need to bring up any secrets and the skeletons. You know, you need to be transparent with your partner because you don't want to get in a place where shit start coming up and
Mhm.
you didn't talk about it before, like drugs,
So let me ask you.
alcohol.
Yeah, let me ask you. When you was in your marriage, it was it anything you kept secret? Now I know she might watch these videos, so you be careful.
Well, she definitely watched the video.
Be careful.
Um,
No, I'm just playing.
no, it was nothing. I think out of all the relationships that or people who I dealt with, I think I was more forthcoming with her than anybody.
Okay, so let me. Okay, good. You saying that? So when you meet somebody, do you go over like your dating history with them? You know what I mean? Like how you
Like,
just y'all just having conversation, and you be like,
yeah, I mean, I'll talk,
yeah.
but
So I
no,
dated this
it's,
girl.
I'm, it's, I don't open easily.
We know, we know.
Yeah,
The girls
so
know.
no, I don't. But I mean, I'll have different conversations. But if it's something that I feel that could be thrown back in my face or
Okay,
be scrutinized,
okay,
I will talk around it.
okay.
Yeah, that's all.
But you wouldn't be straightforward with it.
No.
You're around the city, talking around the
Yeah,
city.
yeah. If I'm not open with you like that, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm gonna just go around. I'm gonna go around talking like you'll get something from me, but you ain't gonna get the meat and potatoes.
Oh, you one of them. You look
Yeah,
like one of them too.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yep,
All right. Also, too, I'm on family dynamics is one, right?
yeah. That's definitely one.
And damn in laws.
Me, I am a family oriented person, right? I do love my family, but I will cut you off if you don't serve me as you should. You know, like if you giving me if you bring stress and drama and all that, then I don't have time for all that. But for the most part, I'm family oriented. Uh, I think you need to come up with scheduling like for holidays. Like, are we going with you? Or you going? Are you coming
But
with me?
now
Do
I see that. I see that. I just don't. That ain't nothing to each their own.
right?
That ain't nothing I'm gonna discuss before I marry this girl.
Okay.
The
Traditions,
family. Hmm.
traditions.
Well, traditions. I'm gonna make my own.
True.
We're gonna make our own. So that's gonna be understood. We're gonna talk about that. But as far as for like, like you said, the holiday stuff, like who we gonna go to your people house, my people house. I don't want to talk. Do not bring that shit to me before we get married. Because what's gonna happen is we ain't going nowhere. No, just playing.
We ain't going nowhere.
Or nowhere. We gonna sit in this house. We ain't putting them no decorations, nothing else.
Nothing up.
But
Go sit
I
in the
get it
corner.
though. Hmm.
Yeah. I said, go sit in the corner.
And never over there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas tree should have been.
What about your in-laws? What about your in-laws? You know what I'm saying? Like the dynamics that you may or may not have with them.
That was obsolete on my part.
Okay. Okay.
I think on hers, it wasn't a. It was obsolete kind of. I think my
Okay.
mama came around at, slightly at the last of it.
Okay.
Um, but yeah. But for his family, I think everybody else was welcoming to her.
Uh-huh.
Um, far as like my sister and my grandparent
Mm-hmm.
and my cousins now.
Listen,
You know how Mary is.
they was just walking around doing what you want to do. She ain't got time.
Mm-mm.
Listen, when it comes to in-laws, I've always had a theory about in-laws. Listen, shoot me in the foot, both of them, if you want to. But I've always had a theory about in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dating you. I want to be cordial to you. I want to be respectful to you.
Right.
And the only reason I want to do those things is because you. I thank you for having her. If
Right.
it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it just kind of stopped right there.
Yeah.
And you got to give it to get it as well. You got to give the respect to get the respect. And so if you
Absolutely.
disrespecting her, not me, because you won't disrespect me, so I ain't talking about me. But if you're disrespecting her, I got a problem with that because I'm her
Yeah.
backbone and she mine. So I can't have much respect for you when you're disrespecting her. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah, yeah,
mm-mm.
and that's what you want in your relationship, whether it's
Yeah,
marriage or not. You need
yeah,
somebody who's gonna be there for you and always
mm-hmm.
have your back.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the relationship before I got married,
mm-hmm.
I had to do the same. Like I remember we were at a party and her mom was there talking to like her brother's girlfriends and stuff, but
Uh-huh.
talking bad about her. And I walked up like, "You not no, we're not
What?
doing this." Yeah, and she always have done it, and it's just ridiculous. But
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna do it in my sight, in my
Yeah,
presence, you know.
yeah, that's
But yeah.
ridiculous. My mom, let me tell you about her. She liked everybody that I dated, right?
Mhm.
I used to be like, now, woman, do you really like these people? Or is you, because she used to always tell me, like, I don't like your lifestyle. I don't. But I've already lived mine.
Right.
So if you like it, I love it. You're my kid, and I'm gonna love you regardless, right? Regardless of who
Hmm.
you bring around. So she talk, we feed them, talk to them, laugh with them, play with everything, right?
Right.
And I used to be like, damn, do she really like them? But if she ain't like them, I ain't know it. Let me just say that,
Okay.
and that was good because I don't
Right.
need to know. Because me and you might fall out.
Right.
You don't really know how a situation like that will turn out. I know
Hmm.
with her, I know my mama absolutely loved her because
Hmm.
the text threads she still got them to prove it. But
Hmm.
I don't really want. Have you ever been in a relationship where you just kind of answered that question? I've never been in a relationship where my mom didn't like my person.
Well,
Eh,
my mom never liked any of my people,
right. That's why I said you
especially in the
already.
beginning. You
Mm-hmm,
know.
mm-hmm,
So yeah.
mm-hmm. Well, okay, we can't leave our communication styles.
Oh no! Oh, I think yeah, you definitely need to talk about that.
Heck yeah, the communication styles.
But
You
but
gotta.
we talked. We talked about that before in one of our
Mm-hmm,
podcasts,
mm-hmm.
and I think we can be all at some point. They got four different ones. and
Yeah.
y'all need to talk about which is your primary one. What is your go to?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. And for me, with communication styles, I'm more on not really your communication style because, like I said, everybody got you got all of them. Everybody do like whether you
Mm-hmm.
want to admit it or not, your ass do. Stop playing. My thing is communicate. How do you handle conflict?
Conflict.
Yep. Like what you do when you get mad. Now, if I come over there and pinch the shit out of you, and you hate people pinching you,
Mm.
what are you gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens when we're at a restaurant and the waiter piss you off, or you know what I'm saying? We're at the club and somebody step on your shoe, or like, are
Mm.
you a hothead?
No,
Like, how
I'm
do
so
you handle?
grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm not a hothead. Now eh, I've noticed as I've gotten older, my patience is
It's
very
thin.
short, very short. But I know how to control myself
Okay.
because once I'm mad, and it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to get me back to where I was before.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I treat people like how I want to be treated. And if you
Yeah.
out with me and
Yeah.
mistreating people, man, we're not about to do that. But that's
Mm-hmm.
how you have to choose your people correctly and
Mm-hmm. You
wisely.
do. You do. That's why it's important that you spend time with your people,
Uh huh.
your person. I ain't talking about on the phone. I'm talking about face
Mm-hmm.
to face because you don't know how, like me and you've been talking for 3 months, and now we just finna go to McDonald's together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why am I hungry? Like we finna go to McDonald's together. The girl told you that your fries was hot, but you get them and they ain't hot. You done threw the bag at the girl.
Right.
I'm gonna leave you right over McDonald's. I am. No,
For real.
no, I'm not. I'm not going to jail with you. Like
Right.
I
You're
don't
not
love
about to
you.
embarrass me.
And that's something simple.
Yeah.
That's a $5 biggie bag that you get
Yeah.
mad about. That $5 bag be good. Um, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's maybe let me see if we can close that out on this. Let's maybe close it out on this one right here, right? Wait a minute, what talking? Wait, do you named all yours, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
last one I think I have social life and friendship. Like you
Okay,
have to
yeah.
have your
Okay, we
own
gonna
social
close.
life and your own friends. You know.
Wait a minute. You say people got to have their own social life and their own friends.
Yeah.
It's important. Well, I'll share friends with my person.
You
I
can
had a
definitely do that.
I had a friend, my friend in Atlanta. When I finally met, when her girl finally met me,
Mm.
she asked her girl to share me with her. I felt important. I'm like, oh, little old me, you want to share me? But we all, well, for one, our birthdays is 23, 24, 25, like in a
Oh
row,
wow.
all three of
Okay.
us. And so, we kind of bonded over that. Me and the girlfriend had talked, they married now. We had a lot of talks. And she was just like, dang, I like you, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to ask her to share you with me. She was like, cause I don't want to be texting you and calling you behind her back or whatever. I was like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I'm cool, cool. Um, so even with that, I want to know how much time do you spend with your family? And let me give you an example of. Damn, I
Mm.
probably can't because I think they watched this damn podcast. Damn it. Okay, let me see. Just say you and your person together, right? But you love your mama house.
Mm.
You going every day. You might stay the weekend over there, and I'm at home, but you at your mama house, and you stay the weekend type shit. What you doing? Oh, well, okay, I see what you doing. Yeah,
Man, I'm like I said, I'm okay with family, you know.
yeah.
But if we married, why is every time I'm looking up, you by your mama house, and you spending nights,
Spending nights
you
over there.
know?
Yeah.
And you're not spending nights because something is wrong. You spending
hmm
nights because who knows?
Yeah.
No, we're not doing
And
that.
another one is how you balance your social life with your relationship, with your marriage. Because some people want to go out every night of the week type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You married, you got no business going out here. Like bro, like the reality of it is some stuff gonna change in your life when you get married.
Yeah.
In the club and you going, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't even want my play up in the club. I don't. I don't.
Well,
But if that's what you
I
do,
don't
that's
really
what you
do
do. But
clubs like that.
I don't want
But
my
I ain't
person
gonna
in the
lie.
club.
Sometimes I want to be out and get out, but that's very, very rare. Like that, go to like a little spot or
Uh-huh.
whatever. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you clubbing every weekend, no.
I don't like the club
You
every
know,
weekend. Shit.
man, I am almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
No. We are
What
going to
about the
bars and lounges.
you go to bars and lounges?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I don't do clubs. I shit. Listen, let me tell you how bad I don't do clubs. Me and my cousin went to the club one night.
Mm.
I didn't want to sleep in a people place. I don't do clubs. I was asleep on the table
Mm-hmm.
sleeping. And people just around me partying. I hadn't had nothing to drink, none of that. I was just bored. Like this ain't my type of hype. But she asked me to go,
Right.
and I went.
The music be all loud and shit.
And yeah, I can't stand the loud noise. So that's it. I was miserable that night. I was miserable. It looked like that whole one state to the damn club closed. I was like, man, this is bullshit, bro. This is bullshit. Okay, the last one. What about just say you married, I'm your
Mm.
friend, but your spouse don't like me. How in the world? Yeah.
Well, I mean, you just won't be around. That's all.
I won't
We'll
be
go
around.
places. We'll
What? Wait a minute. This nigga has already kicked me to the curb. What kind of shit is this?
right. But no,
Wow. Oh,
no,
wow.
me and that we'll just be hanging out. She just won't be part of it. That's all.
Okay.
But
Cause
first, I mean, I would ask why, what's the beef? Like, why you don't like him? You know?
and then you find out me and her used to talk. That's why she don't like
Well, first of all, somebody should have told me something before all this. So now I'm looking at you side eye.
me. So look, what if here you go with these what if shits? You know how they say, well, I was reading this thing the other day, listen to this thing on TikTok the other day, the lady said,
Mm,
what's wrong with when a woman meet a dude
mm.
and she don't like him like that? What's
Yeah,
wrong with her passing off to one of her
I
friends?
seen
Passing them
that
off,
too.
right?
I saw that too.
So now
But
question.
how
Hold
far
on.
did y'all get though?
But hold on. Would you do that?
It depends on how far did I get with that person.
You
Because a
just
lot of
talking.
times,
Listen, hold on. Y'all was just talking, and she found he ain't her type.
oh, then
She ain't
yeah,
ain't
that's
type.
what I would tell her. Because I've met some women that it's just not my type. I'm just we not there at all. But if I know that woman is a good person, a good fit for one of my friends, then yeah, I would. But
Okay.
I wouldn't meet somebody and then have sex with them and all that. But knowing that they wasn't a good fit for me and then pass them along, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that person.
Right. Well, me and your wife had sex. So what? But it was about 20 years ago.
Well,
What's
first of
happening
all,
now?
you should have said 20 years ago in the beginning. So say me and your wife didn't have sex. Cause that's gonna really piss me off
But
right
what if I
there.
don't know that she your wife?
Hmm.
Like I met you, just say like how I met you, how we met.
Right.
I don't know your person. I don't know. And you
Right.
you got a nickname for her, but her name, but I call her real name type shit. So I didn't know.
Right. Hmm.
Look,
No, well, first of all, if you say one of her names, I'll be like, what? How she look? Because I always do that. I'm like, how she look? Because if anybody I know, I'd be like, well, how she look? And you'd be like, if you got a picture of her, then I'd be like, man, that's my wife you talking about.
I'm like, oh, what? Small world.
Well, I mean, if you just somebody who I just kick it with, then I probably just don't kick with you that often.
Yeah, yeah,
But if
yeah,
you a friend,
yeah.
oh
That's gonna be
jeez,
tough. Well, if you're a friend,
Why you
look up
gotta put
you.
me in that predicament?
I don't know. I'm gonna whoop your head. I
Right,
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I might want to fight a little bit. I want to fight a little bit.
for real.
Okay, we done gave this woman all kind of advice, but look, let's cover this last one. Career goals, life goals. That need to be. I
Mm-hmm.
don't career. No, I'm not. I'm not high strong on career because your career can change at any given
At any given
time.
time. But
But
is there a career that you would not want your significant other to do?
no, whatever my significant other wants to do, and hopefully by the time we are talking about marriage, she got
Mm.
enough respect for me where if it's something I don't want to fucking ask to do, she already know I want to do it, and she ain't gonna do it. So don't carry your ass up in starlets or nowhere. Or when somebody you cooking chicken and I walk up in there and you on that pole with them
You
stars on
shaking
your
your
nipples.
ass.
Yeah, you got some stars on your nipples on the pole. I thought you was
Mm.
cooking up in here.
Yeah, she cooking up something, all right.
Cooking all right. So the career, not so much, but your life goals, though. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you
But
want
that
to get
definitely see
married.
what you just said right there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need to be talked about because it's so many emphasis put on people buying houses, but everybody don't want to buy a house.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
But if I want to buy a house, but you don't want to buy a house, then how y'all going to discuss that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to my niece because they gonna move out here next year, and she was like, "I'm gonna be happy to move because they buying their house now." She like,
Okay.
"I'm gonna be happy to move." She like, and we moving in like a condo or a townhouse or something. We ain't moving into no house because I want to get from under the responsibilities
Mm-hmm.
of owning the house for a little while,
Okay.
at least for two, no more than 3 years, and then go
And
back to
then
it. But the
okay.
husband was like, "No, I want to live in a house." And then I said, "Oh, y'all ain't end up living in a condo, huh? 'Cause we know
We
you
already
need
know
to do.
what it's gonna be.
We already know you the family manager, so yeah, we
Right,
know you.
right. She the
Yeah,
family manager.
she's the family manager, so we already know what's happening." And she was like, "Yeah," and then he go me, "Why don't you go downtown, get one of them penthouses up there, so I come up there and take you
Mm-hmm.
with you, you know, look at it." Like, girl, she was like, "I'm telling you, like, you must been reading my mind because I told him." I want to live somewhere with a doorman. She was like, I just want to experience it. Even if it's just for a year, I just want to
Yeah.
experience it. I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's a
Yeah.
part of life. That's a part of life.
We all want
Um,
to experience something once in our lifetime.
hmm Something. If I just want to experience, whooping your ass once or twice a week, or
Why you don't
you
got
know,
want somebody ass?
like, I don't know. I don't know. Where is this violence coming
Like,
from?
I don't know. Now that's what
Listen,
you should bring up.
are you
Like,
violent?
where
Because
are
if
you
you are, I can
violent?
handle this. I can handle it. He's like, can you? Because
Mm-hmm.
nobody talk about whooping somebody's ass. What in the world? So, but all those things, y'all, is kind of like what we was talking to her about. We talked to her for a long time. Like I was probably tired of talking about the shit. By the time we got done talking
Mm-hmm.
about, it, I'm like, girl, I'm already married. Ain't no marriage. Y'all know. But I think we gave her some good advice though.
Now the question is she gonna take it?
Who knows? Let's just hope. She said, listen. I hope. I just feel like they've been together. They ain't been together long enough for. But
Mm-hmm.
listen, and I know people meet people and be married in a month and they've been married for 20 years. Like I know, but statistics say no. But I mean, I wish we wish her well because we
Mm-hmm.
know she gonna watch. We know she gonna watch this video. So we cracking up. We had a job to do. We had a job to do. Don't be mad
Yeah.
at us. We had a
Yeah.
job to
Yeah.
do. We just
We
working. That's
did.
it. If you get married, we're gonna be front and center. We gonna be right there. You know what I'm talking about? And when you start having them problems because you ain't had them conversations you supposed to have, we gonna be right there. We gonna
And
be
I'm gonna
right
do
there.
the robot at the reception.
And I'm gonna thank y'all for watching us. Come and joining us. What they need? Don't forget to
Like,
right.
share, comment,
Subscribe, please.
subscribe,
Right?
all
All
that.
of that. So yeah, friend, good luck. What's friend good luck? You know she watching.
Yeah, yeah, good luck, friend. And
Don't be.
what I want to tell you is one heart, one love.